from 2017. It might be at a different conversation open mic, but it says March 26, 2017, 7:52 a.m. early, 7:52 a.m. Elaheh library trips with her mom to help her with homework, learning experience for both of them, no friends, loneliness, independence, driver's license. Mom finds freedom if maybe they had an advisor or therapist, but with specialty with immigrants. Language translation, terminology, dictionary for advisors to help immigrants, textiles. Yeah.
That's neat. Okay, so that's the story.
I guess, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that brings a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, being a sixth grader in Virginia, coming out from Iran, a bustling city of Tehran, where it's like, I always compare it to New York City, but just more chaotic and maybe a little bit more dangerous just because of like driving. Like if you think driving in New York is bad, driving in Tehran is absolutely insane. And we didn't have a car, but we always took public transportation. And so, you know, bustling city. And then coming to Virginia and being like, this is the America you were boasting about. This place that's like, felt like it just wasn't city enough, you know, Northern Virginia. And we were about, at the time, we were about like maybe 20 minutes or so away from DC. So I loved going to DC, of course, because it was like a little bit more exciting. And but yeah, my mom and I would go to the library. We would walk there and get all these books that were probably too, I don't know, maybe they were too, even, I was too old to read them, but because we didn't speak much English, we would read them together, and it was very depressing. It was so sad to like not know the language, and then also see your own mom struggle with it and try to learn it with you. Like it was just so much sadness. At 11 years old.
Wow. I'm just I'm excited that I had recorded that part of something.
That's amazing. That was great.
Yeah. It's such a nice.
Did you just find it in your email? Did you just like search?
No, that's from my notes that I usually take notes. For some reason, I woke up at that early, 7:52 a.m., and I wrote something that we might have had a conversation, or maybe the night before. We should probably look into, you know, the open mics that we've been to, but it was an early thought that I might have woken up to. 2017.
Neat.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I like the idea if maybe they had an advisor or therapist, but with a specialty with immigrants, which would be interesting, you know, like, yeah. I definitely, and it's interesting because I was just thinking about that this week, you know, mental health for immigrants. That is such a topic that we pretend that it doesn't exist. But once you start talking to people and you start seeing the similarities of the feelings.
Yeah. I think about it often too. Like I sometimes wonder if my dad sort of retreat is the right word? Or just extreme silence over the years, like especially when we moved here and we just sort of shut down and let my mom be the person that ran everything and dominated sort of just running the household, because her English because she improved her English and he didn't. And he was no longer the breadwinner of the house. He lost that traditional role that he had in Iran as the man of the house, and his wife was a housewife at the time. And I often wonder if over the years he became depressed, just like became sad and just more and more. And then, because recently when I've seen him, he had a bit of a medical thing come up. He was hospitalized recently. He's fine. He's stable. He's dealing with, it's dementia, so it's only going to get worse. So his memory is just not great. But he mentioned to me how he's been dealing with a little bit of depression and sadness. Like, he expresses it to me and says that he woke up feeling lonely one day or just sad one day. And I've always just, I would be curious if just being an immigrant was part of that for him.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely for whatever reason, whether it was a difficult process or not, I think it definitely gets to you. Just for the mere fact that you have to separate from everything that you know, even if you end up in a much better situation, but it's still a it's definitely something different.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even if you end up having success, which is another topic in itself that I've thought about, like immigration and success, even if you have success, at the end of the day, you go through this separation of the space that that it belongs to you, that it's generational part of you. Some people don't really feel any issues with that, but I doubt it. I think it affects most people, even if you don't accept it. It's still a process that you need to adjust. Yeah.